So let me just click on the Week 1 Order of Operations Scientific Notation and Solving Equations assignment. We have the due date that's listed. When I click on that, you see that there are 41 questions. Now that seems like a lot, and 41 might be a lot, but if we click on question 1, we'll see that a lot of the questions are just meant to practice your skills. Some of them are just recalling certain facts, like this first problem. Give the base and exponent of this expression. The base in this case is 3. So I would click here and suppose I'll just go ahead and say 3. And then down in the right corner I will check answer. Good, I'm getting feedback. What is the exponent? I see the exponent is 6. But if I get it wrong, so let's say I am thinking that it is 5, I'll check my answer. No, I get some feedback about the expression. It's telling me that the exponent is a, which is the kind of the script at the top. I'll hit OK. But I have another shot here. So I could change this to 6. But what if I am just really sold that I think this is 5 and not 6? So you have 3 attempts. I just tried 2 times, and now you can see if I try this again, this is my final check. I'm going to do that, and we'll see here that is not correct. The correct answer was 6. Mine was 5. So I can, if I want to, move on to the next question. If I look back to that first question, I was given 1 out of 2 possible points. You'll notice these little icons here. There's a green check mark and an X. That means part of the question was correct. One of the great things about the MyMathLab homework is you have the ability to go back and repeat problems. So even if you get them wrong after 3 attempts, you can redo the problem and still receive full credit. So if I click on question 1 again, I go back to this problem. This was the problem that I got wrong. Instead of having a check in the bottom, it now says similar exercise or similar question. I can click on that and it gives me a new problem. And actually, this is great because I was stuck on 5 and that looks like the exponent. So I'll do 3 as the base. I got that correct. And the exponent is 5. So I will check my answer. It is correct. Now when I move on to the next question and look back to the previous problem, I have full credit. Again, you have the ability with the MyMathLab homework assignments to get 100% on every single assignment. Some other features related to the MyMathLab homework. So if I go to just question 2 here, if you click on question help, you can be taken to the textbook. So if you click on textbook, it will open the College Mathematics e-text, and it'll open it directly to, well, here I'm not using an appropriate browser, but if you're using an appropriate browser and you have Flash, then it will open it to the exact spot in the e-text where this information is located. So that's a great feature. You can also watch a video related to that problem that comes attached with the e-text, and you are also able to ask an instructor. So if you do have a question about a particular problem, you're welcome to send some, comments, but please be specific. Don't just say, I don't get it, because my first question back will be, well, what did you get? What answers did you try? What work are you doing? That's probably one of the most common emails that I send. Please provide more information. I'm not going to tell you the answer, so please provide more information so I can give you some feedback. My recommendation would be to actually post your questions to the question and answer board and not necessarily through email. That way when I respond and provide feedback, or your peers respond and provide feedback, others are getting that feedback as well. So it's helping other people, not just those who are receiving the email. So some final takeaways with the homework. If I were to leave this right now, if I were to hit save and go back to Blackboard, it would say that I have 2 out of 42 points, and that's what I currently have right now. Now, that grade will take a little bit of time to update on Blackboard. So if I were to go to Blackboard right now and see my grade, it probably will say 0 out of 42. It takes a little bit of time for your grade to update to Blackboard. So please don't email me unless you've waited a few hours and it still hasn't updated. The other thing that's great about this homework is that you don't have to complete it all in one sitting. So I completed that problem. If I wanted to go and maybe read a little bit or work on another class, I could do that. my grade doesn't change. I still have that 2 out of 42. So you can stop and continue the homework whenever you have the opportunity to do it. And finally, the last piece of advice that I would give is I would encourage you to stop while you're working through your modules. Stop and try to complete some of the homework. Don't wait until the modules are completely done to try some of the homework. Scan through the homework to see what kind of questions you have. If you can answer some, that's great. But then as you're going through the module, you should be stopping and checking your understanding and checking your skills with the homework assignment.